All right, I have greased my biscuit pan. I use a brownie size pan to make a 2-cup biscuit recipe. It works great, okay? So I greased it with some Crisco or vegetable shortening. And this is sour cream biscuits. We're gonna be using White Lily self-rising flour. We're gonna use 2 cups. There's one. Self-rising flour already has the baking powder and the salt in it. Now this is sour cream biscuit. So I have got an 8-ounce container of sour cream, which is equivalent to a cup. So if you have a larger container, just measure a cup. And then we're going to be using a 1/2 stick of butter. This is going to have a lot of butter and cream in it. So I'm anxious to see how these turn out because I've not made this recipe before. So we're going to be using a stick of butter, and it should be room temperature. And I'm going to take a blending fork and I'm going to blend it in to my flour until it's about pea size. So it only takes a minute to blend in shortening or butter when you are using a blending fork. They are less than, I believe, $10 on our website. If you want to get you one, there's nothing like it. They're wonderful. It goes right through there. And I know sometimes people grate butter, and I have done it even in the past and even have a recipe to grate butter, but I would rather use the blending fork than have to grate it. So once they look, there's no real big pieces left, it's ready. And now we're going to add the sour cream to it. We're going to see what consistency this turns out to be. All right, so you can tell that's not going to be enough sour cream to incorporate all of our flour. So I'm actually I think it should be about 8 ounces per cup of flour. So we're going to add another 8 ounces because they got to be a consistency that you can actually pat them out and make a biscuit with them. This is going to work perfect. So it's I think it's 8 ounces per cup of flour. So if you wanted to make a smaller recipe, you could use 1 cup of flour, 1/2 stick of butter, and 1 sour cream packet. But this is a 2-cup recipe. I'm going to go ahead and use my hand, y'all. That's the perfect consistency for a batter for a biscuit. So let me get my sifter and we're going to pat these out and make some biscuits out of them. I'm curious to see how they turn out. So they got a lot of fat in them. They got all that sour cream and they got double the butter that a 2-cup biscuit normally has. We're going to put some self-rising flour in this sifter. Move our mess out of the way. And get some flour out on the counter. Be generous because this is pretty sticky. Gonna get our biscuit dough out on the counter. Very curious on this biscuit recipe. Very curious. Okay. It's a fluffy dough. So I'm going to knead it a few times. So I've kneaded about 10 or 12 times. And then we're going to pat it out. All right, so now we're going to cut them out. And I'm going to use kind of a larger biscuit today. Now these are really sticky in the inside. because they've got a lot of fat in them. So I'm not sure how they're going to rise or anything, but we're going to see. I think they're going to be good, though. I think they'll taste good. And I cut these pretty tall. Let me show you about how tall they are. They're about 3/4 of an inch. So this makes more dough than a regular 2-cup biscuit recipe, because a regular one only has a 1/4 cup of shortening. All right, we're gonna get these in the oven and I'll do a video so y'all can watch them rise up. Okay, here they go. I'm gonna bake them at 450 degrees. See how our white lily biscuits turned out? Sour cream biscuits. They sure do look pretty. They're big and fat. Now I made these bigger than I normally make biscuits. And I typically flip my biscuits upside down after they come out of the oven. So we're gonna flip them upside down right quick. And I do it because Granny did it. That's what Granny did. Then she'd put them back in the pan. I'll pull these apart. Let you see how they look. And these look good, don't they? Very soft. They'd be good with gravy. All right, we're gonna pull one apart. It's hot, y'all. But it's not crumbly or anything. It looks really good. Can't wait to try it. I'm gonna put a little butter on it and try it. Well, I guess I should taste it without butter first. Whoa. Y'all? These just might be my favorite biscuits so far. They ought to be, with sour cream in them and butter. Man, that would be amazing with gravy. They're super soft like the mayonnaise biscuits are. They're really easy to make. So you're going to use 8 ounces of sour cream and a 1/2 stick of butter per cup of self-rising flour. That's all there is to it. Man, these are good. And pretty. They're beautiful biscuits.
Let me taste them.
Okay.
All right, let's see. If you've tried the 2-ingredient biscuits and stuff like that, they don't taste like this. This tastes more like a buttermilk biscuit. It's not quite as strong as a buttermilk biscuit.
But it's better than the 2-ingredient to me.
If you like buttermilk biscuits, you'll like these.
Yes, they're delicious.
I would say. They're really good. I'm ready to eat one.
But now I would make sure that after I mix them up, that I do put some flour in them and knead them 10 or 12 times before you cut them out, because they're really sticky and pasty, and you're going to want to incorporate a little bit of extra flour into them before you cut them out. These are absolutely beautiful biscuits, nice and fluffy and soft, and I really think they're probably, I'm not kidding, my favorite biscuit. Out of all the biscuits I make, I will definitely be making more of these. I can't wait to make them for the kids when they come. So If you need a good biscuit recipe, I'm going to tell you this one can't be beat. And you don't have to measure anything. You don't have to measure out milk. So that makes it simple too. And it's already got the butter in it.
Yeah,
wow.
A lot of people can't even get buttermilk.
That's true.
So if you can't get buttermilk, you can get sour cream.
Yes. So this is the biscuit for you if you can't get buttermilk. This is the perfect biscuit for you. And it really is, to me, more like homemade buttermilk biscuits than the 2-ingredient with the whipping cream. So give this one a try. And I think you're really going to enjoy them. We thank you so much for watching Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like our mamas did. Bye, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Love ya.
Cooking time, it's over now. Tammy, she just showed you how to cook it up like Mama used to do. So go on out and have some fun. Now you're getting dinner done with collard